I feel like there were, what, like 50, 60 new gacha game releases over the course of 2025 and the first 3 months of 2026. I played, what, like 24 of them, and I wanted to go ahead here and make a tier list ranking every single gacha release of the last like 15 months, ranked from UR to N tier, the games that I thoroughly enjoyed and the games that I didn't. I played every single one of these gacha games. There are more that have released that I haven't played, that I never covered due to time or just disinterest from me. If you're interested in finding out my entire thoughts on every single individual game, you can find these in my dedicated Player Pass Brutal Honest Thoughts video series, which I'll link to in the description and the pinned comment below. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right in. I bet I'm gonna offend a couple people with this one. These are gacha games that I played at release, that I played in test phases. They're also gacha games that have a type of gacha, whether it's character gacha or outfit gacha or vehicle gacha. We're gonna start this off with Ananta. I played this at the Tokyo Game Show 2025. I played like 3, 4, 5 hours of it at the booth. It was a very fun experience. The combat was incredible. The graphics were great. The team themselves were very passionate, very nice. Anchor Panic, I really did not have a lot of fun with this game. I played it for several hours over on stream, uninstalled it after that, didn't play it again since. It has some great Gooner models, but outside of that, it's very, very mediocre. Arknight's Enfield, I'm going to put up in the UR category. I don't care that there are some people that dislike it. I know the whole economy isn't that great, but it's so much like OG Arknights, but with action combat and a beautiful world and great voice acting and a really enjoyable story, and there's so many aspects of it that I just really, really enjoy, thus warranting its placement. Black Beacon, man, like as a game, it would have been in SSR, but due to all the issues it had, I'd put it in SR. It was really fun, but it was largely mishandled. Bleach Soul Resonance, I would put in the R tier category because I just didn't really enjoy it. They reused so many parts of the game from the anime, so many scenes, and I actually got copyright claimed and had my entire stream and my dedicated video removed because there was a section of my video, section of my stream that had music from the game that was in the anime that they didn't have rights to. So I just did not enjoy myself all around. Chaos Zero Nightmare, definite UR. This is one of the best turn-based gacha games out there. I think the only games that I would say are equally as good are Reverse 1999, Honkai Star Rail, and probably, based off of what I've played, Star Savior recently. Chasing Kaleido Rider, I played at Tokyo Game Show 2025. Also several hours of such a fun game. It's also turn-based. It wasn't, however, in a fully complete state. I think when it is, it would definitely be up here. But as of right now, this was a very fun game. It just wasn't complete yet. Crystal of Outlawn, I'd put in the R tier category. It just wasn't very good. Graphically, it was okay. The combat was okay, but like it was an MMO, but it just lacked so much, I don't know, personality. It just felt so mediocre, which I know I said about Anchor Panic too. Do It Night Abyss, I'd put up in the SSR. It's such a good game. It was admittedly hacked twice in as many months, but it's just a very enjoyable experience that for some reason 1.1 was actually even better than 1.0, but for some reason just it doesn't really excel comparatively to other games. Dragon Traveler, I'd put up in SSR because it's also a lot of fun. I didn't expect it to be the Gooner gacha that it was. I worked on sponsored content with the devs themselves, and they were just like, Stix, we need you to goon to the game. And I was like, okay, I can do that. And that was it. They just gave me complete freedom to goon however I wanted. Elpis Fallen Star, I'd put in the N category. God, I just did not enjoy that game. I streamed it for a few hours, uninstalled it. I didn't even want to do a dedicated video on it. I was just horrifically bored. Enigma of Sepia, I would put down in the same category. That was an absolute trash game that utilized characters from like other anime and stuff. It was just, god damn, was it weird. Eddie Chronicle, I would also put in the N tier category. Another game that I just really didn't have any fun with whatsoever. A Theory Restart, I'd probably put here in the SR tier. I did multiple sponsored videos and streams with them specifically, but the game itself, disregarding my sponsors, was a decent game. Like, I had some fun in it, but then now that I played Star Savior, like, this game comparatively would be down here, but still, compared to the other Gacha games that I played in 2025 and 2026, it's honestly a decent game. It's just the devs are really trying to milk players for every cent they can. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Heaven Hells was just God. I'd put that in the R tier category. I was so excited for this game, and it ended up disappointing me so thoroughly. This is actually a new release. It came out, I think, within the last several weeks. Lost Sword, I would put up here, SSR tier. They're generous. The characters look great. The Gooner levels are off the charts. They've managed to avoid, I'm pretty sure, like, all forms of censorship, and the game all around is just a lot of fun. Midasi I'd put up here as well. I think that, much like with Chasing Kaleido Rider, I actually got to play this at Tokyo Game Show 2025. I think that, dude, the Gooner levels for that game are unlike anything I have ever seen in an upcoming Gacha game. So you are not prepared for that game. Mirren Starlight, I would put this down here. I did enjoy it. I think I played through that for like 4 hours. I told people, I made a video on it, and I said, this game is going to shut down within a year. And it shut down within a year. So, I mean, I don't want to say that I called it, but I called it. Mongol Star Dive, I'd put up here, SSR. That is a fantastic game. I don't know if you guys could see it. You can't, but I actually got a Nanners plush up there from the event at the Tokyo Game Show, or maybe it was, yeah, it was Tokyo Game Show, not Gamescom. And I've enjoyed every beta test I played of that. I love the story, I love the animation style, I love the humor and everything in it. NTE, I would also put up in the SSR tier category. This is a very good game. It is incredibly fun. I love the aesthetic. I love the graphical style. Don't love the entire story. I really hate Tagaido, but everything else about the game has been absolutely and thoroughly enjoyable up until this point. Overfield, I'd put in the SR tier. It was a very fun, cute, little cozy MMO, but it just, like, after the first several hours, there wasn't really any reason to keep playing. For me, personally. I'm not really that big a fan of cozy games. Seven Deadly Sins Origin, I'd put in the SR tier category. It's a decent game. Fun combat, beautiful world. Ultimately, it's kind of like Genshin Impact, but more updated in some areas. The game is fun. It's just, I've played it for probably about 20 hours so far, and if it weren't for games like Arknights Enfield, then I probably, and Wuthering Waves too, then I probably would actually play this. I love the co-op in this game. It is genuinely the best part about it. And I think more games need to take that co-op aspect that Seven Deadly Sins Origin does and utilizes and make it a recurring theme in the genre. The Seven Knights Rebirth, also SR tier game. I really did enjoy it. It was a little too idle for me. Like, there wasn't really enough to do overall. I love how you actually go about earning premium currency in that game. Graphically, it was decent. The devs themselves that I worked with on numerous occasions were very easy to work with. Silver Palace, I'd put up here in the SSR tier category. That was such a fun game, dude. The world was stunning. The combat was enjoyable. I loved the aesthetic. The story was great. Like, everything I played of that game just left me surprised, especially given the state that the game was in. Star Sailors, down here, N tier. Did not like it. Did not like it at all. I barely had any fun in it. I played it for a couple hours and I was like, nope, not willing to play anymore. Star Savior, interestingly enough, I would put up here, UR tier category. These 3 games are the 3 games I've logged into every day since they released. Arknights Enfield, Chaos Hero Nightmare, Star Sailor. The game actually takes the Uma Musume training aspect, takes the turn-based combat from Honkai Star Rail while utilizing kind of gooner character models with a lighthearted, enjoyable story and incredibly generous currency acquisition. There's so much to do in that game. It is incredibly enjoyable. I probably poured in 20 hours in like 2.5 days. Stella Sora, I would put in the SR tier category. Honestly, fun game. I don't really have any issues with it other than the fact that it didn't really stand out. It was just a fun game that you play on the side, but then I grew bored with it very quickly. Time In Squad, N. That is a terrible game. You get literally no premium currency whatsoever. It is an absolute abomination of a goddamn gacha game. If you're looking to play a Time In game, don't play Time In Squad. Play Time In or Action Time In. It is so much better. Uma Musume, I'd put in the SSR tier category. Very fun game. I played it for several weeks in a row, but I ended up dropping it because it just required so much time from me. I didn't have the time really to dedicate to it. And that's my list. I think that it's very fair. It's very balanced as well. There were 3 UR tier gacha games in that list. I might do an updated gacha tier list for every gacha game I've played over the course of the last, 3 years of this channel existing soon. Not entirely sure, but hopefully this helps you out finding something new to play, because if you're not trying out new games, and you can rely on me to do it for you. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.